Welcome, welcome, welcome to the General Hospital Admittedly Fans podcast. Thank you for joining us twice a month to talk all things General Hospital. If you like what you hear, share the show and encourage lapsed or current GH fans to listen along on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you enjoy your podcasts. Today, it is November 17th, Sunday morning, and we have experienced finally the death of Sam. With us, as always, we have Jaim, G, and Malin. Hey, guys.
Hi.
Good morning.
We're going to start out with a recap from With All the Death and Affairs, Malin.
Okay, I'm going to do my best. It is early in the morning.
A wineless time. I chose a wineless time.
Wineless time, but I think maybe next time we're going back to the wine instead of coffee. I think wine is more fun. But
Wine is fine.
wine is fun.
Nope,
Okay,
not
okay.
for the editor.
So let's see. Sam is dead. It is tragic for all the people in Port Charles. The mom, Alexis, is distraught. The sisters, it seems, are coming together.
As I knew they would.
I didn't know, but it seems they're coming together in the death. However, I believe TJ and Molly are almost over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Molly
Yeah.
seems to be flirting with many. So there's a lot of options.
Many.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes.
Alexis and her best friend Diane are terrific this past week because Diane just knows Alexis and gets what she needs.
Yep.
Now, in a different direction, Robert does not get what Diane needs. Robert has
That's
flown
true.
the coop. Robert went back to his first love, Holly. They flew away like a scene out of Casablanca.
Yep.
And those two are on the road. Whether we follow them or not, I do not know. We can discuss that. I would love us to follow Robert and Holly on an adventure. However, I do not think that that's what's going to happen.
Agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Anna is really upset, I think, because she is not getting enough attention from Jason. She is missing Jason and is kind of a little mad at him. Yeah.
Oh,
because,
she's like calling him into her office for no reason.
right. Like she misses him. So there's that's going on.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Then there is this whole Michael, Willow, Sasha, that evil brother Drew. I mean, things are totally out of control. Drew is a pig. And he really is. Between I sleep with the mother, I sleep with the daughter. I want to get away with everything.
I
And
mean,
then
if he sleeps with Cody before Tracy, I'm giving up.
Tracy is not sleeping with Cody. That is so gross.
Or Drew, for that matter.
What am I missing?
Willow.
Willow is acting like a little idiot. So there's that.
I have a lot of pet peeves about this whole storyline.
What am I missing as far as what has happened this past week?
No, you're good.
Okay,
Nope,
those are the
that's
big
it.
points. That's what I got.
I mean, I fast forward everything else, so that's pretty good. I was going to say, I wonder if the Willow-Michael storyline brings Carly and Sonny back together also. Because
No way. That
No.
Brennan guy is great for her.
Yeah,
I agree.
Okay, we're going to start with our top storyline, which is the death of Sam. And then we have a treat. Jaim is going to give her top 5 Sam scenes of all time.
Yeah.
So let's start out with the death of Sam. How did you feel about the final scenes featuring Sam? And hopefully you were pretty excited it didn't end with the rock on.
Yeah, that was good. I was
Yeah.
wrong.
Okay, I would have preferred that it ended with the rock on. This whole like heart failure thing is it's like a little bit of a step too far for me. That said, they really made it very emotional, which I appreciate. The writing with Sam and the kids and Dante and Jason, everyone really had some legitimate grief, and I thought it was done very well.
Jaim, you got your goodbye moment with Sam and Jason?
I cried and had boogies the whole entire week. I mean, there wasn't it was like watching Grey's Anatomy. There wasn't an episode it wasn't hysterical at. I will tell you, the Sam and Jason moment it definitely met my expectations. I was very happy with it. Yeah. Yeah. I like the rock on. I agree with Jackie a little bit in terms of I wish it was rock on and she died at the table.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
because,
I do.
But I think this may have a storyline we don't know about. So,
Yeah.
building into something, obviously. I know. I felt like the rock on and the die on the table. Then you have the Lucas grief, which I know you have anyway, but
I mean, if Lucas
yeah.
accidentally stabbed himself in the surgery, I would have been okay with it.
I don't know where they're going with this Lucas thing. I don't either. I saw like old episodes, and so the rock on thing, I forgot had like a significance because she's done that before.
Yes, she has.
Like when she leaves for things, she does that. So it made it even more special. I don't know.
It was her nod to her fans.
I love her. I love her.
We cannot go past this. We have to talk about when Jason tells Spinelli and Maxie about Sam. That was a great scene.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
good.
And Jason was great with the kids too. Yep, Jason was great with the kids. Even Scout, who's not his, like he's great.
And where
He's
was
been-
Drew? Where was Drew when the kid
Having
was crying?
sex with his nephew's wife.
In the kids'
He was
playroom.
getting elected. He was getting elected.
I want you guys to put on your Emmy nominee hats. If one person had to get an Emmy, would you give it to Alexis, Jason, Dante, or
That's
Not
a peeve
Dante.
of mine, by the way, because Dante couldn't even shed a freaking tear.
Because he can't act.
yes, he can.
Sorry.
No, I like Dante.
Malin,
Yeah.
I will tell you, I love a good crier
Yeah.
on soaps.
Yes.
I think Sam is as good of a crier as Deidre Hall.
Oh,
When you cry, I cry.
She really is. Alexis is up there. Dante couldn't shed one tear. They needed to put teardrops in his eyes.
James,
He
same
was
thing with
awful.
Wally and Christina.
Agree. You're right.
They were
Yeah.
terrible after they found out.
Well,
Alexis, when she was like, get my daughter a blanket. She needs a blanket.
yeah,
She's cold.
I loved it.
Was
I
great.
loved it.
She
I
was
loved
great.
it.
I think Alexis has just done a great job with
She
this whole
has.
storyline. It feels really like very emotional. Can I just say one more thing? Another piece. How did Sam's death become all about Christina? It's like
Because
really
everything
amazing.
is all about Christina. She's a selfish little girl.
This week, Christina was particularly annoying, I thought, with the car accident. It's all about her meaning of her life.
If
blah, blah.
Christina witnessed a plane crash, it would be about Christina witnessing a plane crash.
100%.
It would not be about the passengers or the flight.
Can I tell also a shout out to Alexis, because I know they put makeup on you, like obviously for the cameras, but she didn't. She had the non-makeup look on
Yeah.
camera. She is just, she's just aging. She looks no different than she did on Santa Barbara.
I totally
She's
agree.
Really amazing. I adore her. So, okay, just needed to do that.
Since she did not die in the surgery, do you think that there was no foul play and it was just a heart attack, or something will come to light that there was foul play?
I do agree she was like a perfectly healthy person who got through the surgery and then had a heart attack. I think there's got to be it's a stretch. There's got to be a story there, I think.
I do too.
I do
think there
not.
will be foul play.
I don't know. Lucas was going through medical books and looked like he found something, and then again it fizzled. Like he was reading it, and then he's like staring at something as if he like was a aha, and then slammed the book. And then that's the last I've seen Lucas react.
But I don't
Yeah.
actually see where in this story do you bring in foul play?
That there was something in her system that shouldn't have been there.
And Tia's still on the monitor thing from LuLu, so
Yeah.
I don't.
I think there's something in her system. I think there will be foul play. Okay, where do we think the kids are going to end up? We had a conversation about this,
Question.
but there's been a lot of convo. Do you think they
Yeah.
end up with Alexis or maybe Jason now that Drew is like Ho and won his election?
I don't think it's Jason.
I think that everybody stays at the Q's house. Jason moves in.
No way.
Yes,
No.
because then Jason and Drew can hate each other but have to deal around the kids. It would make a really good story. And everybody lives at the Q's house.
I think all of the kids go to live with Dante. I think Jason and Dante have some sort of conversation and they all go live with Dante.
All right, Jim, what do you think?
Okay. So first of all, I'm embarrassed to say, because I'm a gambler, not one prediction I've made on this podcast in like every episode has come to fruition. So I actually don't think they're going to stay with the Q's. I don't think Jason's going to live with the Q's. He could not do that mentally.
Agree.
I think they may go with Jason in Sam's apartment.
No other adult on that in all of Port Charles thinks that Sam would want those 3 children living with Jason.
Wait, why 3? Who's 3?
The
It's
Rocco, dumb Rocco.
Rocco and Danny.
Rocco has a father, his Dante.
I think Rocco stays with Dante
And
and
Lulu's going to
Lulu.
wake up soon. So
Yeah.
there's
The
that.
thing is, though, that they're making a real big show of them wanting to all stay together, which is interesting because Danny and Rocco are clearly still friends.
Yeah.
That's why I think they're at the cues right now. But I think that Jason is contemplating what's best, and I don't know.
Yeah, I think when LuLu wakes up, the only alternative would be that she has all three.
There's no reason for Danny and Scout to go with Dante and LuLu.
I agree.
They're going to stay at the cues before that happens.
Also, it's so cute that Jason turned to Spinelli for father advice.
Yes, loved it.
So cute.
That was so cute.
Excellent.
How do you think the funeral goes? Is there a caper, some hijinks, or is it just a sad?
I think there's
sad
fighting
story.
all around.
Yes. Yeah, I
You
think there's
do?
going to be a lot of fighting.
Who's fighting? Is it Christina Molly
Everybody.
and Jason Drew?
I think there are going to be guests that arrive that shouldn't be there.
Like who?
I think like Rick will be at the funeral and
Oh.
he's not going to be a welcome.
I think Rick killed her.
No,
just so you
really?
know.
For what? I mean, you've been right, so I'm going to.
He hates Sam. He hates Alexis. He tried to get Alexis arrested. He's a jerk.
Even that's a push
good
for
jerk,
him, I
though.
think.
I have to say what's upsetting is I don't
Yeah.
like Ava and Rick. So I've been fast forwarding the Ava Rick nonsense about how they're going to get through the trial because it's boring me. Go, Jay.
We're going to turn it over to Jaim, who's going to give some top moments of Sam through the years. Jaim, take it away.
Okay, these are a mix of moments and just stories. So they may not be exact moments. Starting at my fifth one, I just like the fact that Sam has been with Jax, Sonny, and Jason, overlapping with Carly, which makes them the perfect frenemies. And that's one of the relationships I loved watching, where Carly and Sam, it was almost like a new millennium of watching Alexis and Crystal.
Love that comparison.
Don't you agree?
Yes.
I agree.
I
They were
agree.
pretty close with it. Sometimes they got along, sometimes they didn't. They gave each other advice.
For those
They are
youngins
very
out
friends.
there, you might have to explain who Alexis and Crystal are.
Oh, I would say the number one frenemy relationship in primetime soaps from Dynasty.
Okay.
They were great. And their fights were
The
epic.
cat fights that these two had in designer dresses, always falling into a pool, were
Amazing.
amazing. So I think Sam and Carly is definitely there with my fifth
Got it.
relationship. Okay.
Good. Good
Okay.
one.
Coming up in number 4 was Fair Sam. I mean, there's nothing like the fact that great characters have been introduced through Sam. We met I don't know if we met Spinelli through Sam, but it started that way. The Jackal and Fair Sam have a partnership
Yep.
that has bloomed into incorporating Maxie, incorporating Jason, and others. And so Fair Sam and Spinelli are a good dynamic duo. So that's my number 4.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Fair Sam and the Jackal bloomed a lot of relationships.
It's a good one.
Here's a side one. When Franco was actually played by James Franco.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was a psycho stalker killer. He stalked Sam for
Yeah.
a really long time.
Yeah.
And there's this one time where he was like watching her in the shower. I think after he may have
He didn't. He
assaulted her.
pretended to.
Jason was so protective over Sam during that whole
Yeah.
like storyline. It's one of my favorite times of Jason being protective of Sam. So just
Okay.
wanted to put that out there. Okay. The jaded elephants. So G mentioned Puerto Rico and Jason and Sam traveling and getting away. One of the things that Jason and Sam always shared together were their jade elephants. There was a female and a male jade elephant. And one time when Jason had disappeared or left the show, Sam knew Jason had been back because he left his jade elephant on the fireplace mantle.
I don't know anything
Yes.
about this.
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
So, okay. My second one, Sam screaming at Alexis. There were 2 times she screamed at Alexis. One is when she was screaming at Alexis for Alexis wanting her to go into labor
Yes.
early with her baby because she needed the stem cells for Christina.
again.
Okay. I loved the fighting between Sam and Alexis. Sam did a great job screaming at Alexis, and Alexis did a great job crying and pleading with Sam. With that, though, also came when Alexis took the last antidote or medication or therapy. and Danny had to die for it.
Right, which we talked about.
So there was, yes, exactly. I love those episodes. There's so much contention between them. So it's great to see how much hate they had for one another almost then transform into such a mother-daughter bond. And then finally, this is my top one. And I watched it recently again, and I actually cried again.
Shocker.
When Sam lost her baby, and Jason had to tell her. And then there's one point where Jason said, I held her.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't want her to be alone. And I held her and, said goodbye and made sure she was loved. I lost
That
it.
was a great scene.
Yeah. So I love it. And there's so many love scenes in between, but those were the top that I just remember Sam again crying and being a great actress during all of this time.
We miss Sam.
Yeah, we miss Sam.
We miss
that was
Sam,
a great list.
Nice top 5 list.
That was great.
Good list,
Okay,
Jaim.
back to top storyline number 2, death of a marriage. We're starting with G. Will she come clean about her affair with Drew to Michael now that they're in this quote unquote truthful conversation, G?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think she is completely committed to the lie. They both are. But I mean, I love that he's got that on video and he's like showing people the video.
I know. That was so good. Jason and Michael at the bar with
great.
the video
Good scene.
was very good.
Was very good. The thing is that I do not understand, and this is a real peeve for me. Why is Michael trying so hard to keep this marriage together?
Is he though? He met with He's meeting with Diane.
He's meeting with Diane.
I know, but he's having that like heart to heart with Willow, which that combo is annoying to me. I was excited about that phone call to Diane, though.
Does Michael tell Willow about Sasha?
Yes.
I don't know. Sasha's going to be pregnant with Michael's baby, and it is going to be terrific.
I just feel if they're saying this truthful conversation and neither of them are truthful about the affairs, then it's over.
I think we're going to have two babies.
Why? You think Willow's going to be pregnant with Drew's baby?
Yes, I do.
That would be so good.
I
or
really
Jaim,
hope
it's
not.
a cliffhanger. It could be Michael's because she slept with him the next night.
I don't know.
I like it's Drew, Willow pregnant, Sasha, Michael pregnant.
I do not like the Drew Willow pregnant for sure. I think Michael is going to confess and then see if even she sticks with the lie.
Sticks with the lie.
Yeah.
Good
I think
one.
he's trying to say, like, our marriage is not truthful. I have to tell you something. And then she still doesn't tell him. And then he's like, see it later.
If she tells him, does Sasha get fired?
No.
So you think
That-
Willow is going to interact with
doesn't-
Sasha in that house?
Look, Hughes need to eat people.
Tracy is in charge, not
Also,
Willow.
Willow is in she's in the guest house.
She's in the guest.
She
the
doesn't
boathouse.
even live in, no, not the
She
boat. They
doesn't
don't live
in a
boathouse.
boathouse.
She doesn't live in the boathouse. She lives in the
Servants' quarters? I don't know.
No. Willow and Michael live in, what is that house called?
I don't know. The
Guest
guest
house. It's
But-
called something else on the estate. The gatehouse. The gatehouse. They live in the gatehouse.
Right.
True.
Wait, can I just chime in about something? I have little kids.
Yeah.
And I want you to know that the quality of video of Drew and Willow that Michael saw on the baby monitor or whatever was 1,000 times better when I used to watch my kids nap in like
It was
the
no
room next door.
ring camera.
I mean, I'm just letting you know that quality. It was
Yeah.
like, wow, they're really seeing it HD style. So just letting you know. I feel like Michael's setting her up.
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
agree.
he's like, I want this to work. I feel like he's keeping keeping up with the marriage and wanting it to go forward because he's like, the longer she takes to not tell him, I don't know. I feel like he's planning things.
I could get behind that. Also, I mean, the Ned and Tracy against Drew thing is just an
And
added
Cody.
layer that I am
It's really funny.
really enjoying.
And she recruited
Oh.
Cody.
Tracy being like, you should have gotten 100 grand, not 50.
That was great.
The only thing about Sasha still working at the Q's is we're going to have to watch how this figures out because she's going to be
Exactly.
pregnant and Cody's going to be devastated. How can they both work at the Q's? And how could she be with Michael at the
Oh
Q's
my
while
God.
Cody's there?
What if Sasha gets fired? Jason needs help with the kids and she moves in pregnant into his apartment with the kids.
Good story. I'm into it.
Okay, Jaim, question for you. A number of episodes ago, General Hospital Admittedly Fans moderator asked the question, does anybody know about Nina sleeping with Drew? And you guys all said yes, but Willow didn't know.
No, Willow
Maxie
didn't know,
knows.
but other
Right.
people know.
So my question to you is, will it come out that
Oh,
it
yes.
will? Will it come out that Nina has been sleeping with Drew this whole time.
Yes.
And what will Wilho do?
Drew got elected to Congress, but Drew is never going to make it to DC because all of this nonsense is going to come out and they're going to say,
Oh, I
like,
think he makes it.
no way, because they need him in Port Charles.
What do you do? Impeach a
Yeah,
congressman?
I think he makes it. He just has less
Yeah.
scenes, thank God.
Thank
And
God.
that forces Jason to be with Scout and
The
Danny
people of
together.
Port Charles, though, might not stand for it.
So does Willow have a reaction when she finds out about Nina?
Oh, yeah.
What happens there?
Oh, yeah.
Does that disintegrate the mother-daughter relationship?
Yes.
And then she's
Yeah.
pregnant and can't see that baby either?
Ugh, I don't know.
And I don't think
This is
Willow
gonna
is
all be
pregnant,
interesting.
but I find Willow ends up being all
And
alone,
don't
right?
forget, Lulu's going to wake up and she needs a love interest.
Dante.
Oh, God.
Okay, we saw a couple of scenes where Carly reacted to Jason absolutely pummeling Drew. What did you think of that scene? And how do you think Carly finds out, Malin? Because she's going to go nuts.
She's gonna
She
go
is going to go
nuts.
nuts. I don't know. Michael might
But
need his
also,
mommy.
didn't Michael tell Sonny?
No.
Yes. No, not about
No.
He
the
said-
actual watching them
Oh.
have sex. Yeah, he alluded to it, but he didn't tell Sonny that Drew slept with
okay.
his wife.
So maybe Carly finds out kind of after. I don't know. We have to
Yeah.
see.
Oh, right. How about the whole thing with Lois and Brooklyn? That was pretty funny too.
Oh, that was funny. Like, Mom, you cannot
Yeah,
keep a
And
secret.
Gio walks in and she's like, "Do not say."
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
She has some predictions about Gio, who I don't normally pay
Oh.
attention to.
Yeah.
And that made me think, because when she was saying, Ma, you can't keep a secret, and Gio walks in and blah, 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 and they were talking about secrets and all that, Lois had this look on her face like, trust me, I could keep the biggest secret of all.
I agree with
G's
James.
prediction of Gio being Lois and Ned's kid may
Could be.
actually be. And if it's not Ned's, it's definitely Lois and someone.
It's definitely Lois.
Okay, top storyline number 3, Robert and Holly and Anna and Jason. Do Robert and Holly stay gone on their own or get into trouble and end up needing Jason and Anna to come to the rescue, Malin?
That would be a
Yeah,
terrific
great.
story. We have to go on the runs with some people. It's so much fun when they
Yeah.
do that. And that way, Robert and Holly get to do some capers, and Anna gets to be with
Yes.
Jason, and they can save the day. I love it. And somehow Robin can get in the mix.
I think Anna may have been setting that up a little bit, because she was complaining about how Holly always needs to be like bailed out and someone has to go after her and get her out of trouble. So I think it's a real possibility.
Robert's old.
It seems a little really far out there, though, that Robert is on a caper.
Yeah.
I mean-
I don't think he can handle it.
I don't understand that the diamonds were swapped for Sasha, and we didn't mention
Yeah.
she got kidnapped.
That was the lamest
it was
kidnapping
so quick.
ever.
It was a blip.
The swap was made. Why did they leave?
She owes money to a syndicate.
And then
Apparently.
Robert said, "I'm now a parent. Let me just run."
Though
too."
he just left his newly found daughter behind
Yeah, who's probably
pregnant.
pregnant.
with his grandbaby. Exactly.
Do Jason and Anna come together at the funeral or beyond the funeral romantically?
I don't think anything with the funeral, but
don't?
I really feel that we need to explore this Jason and Anna thing.
Yeah,
I
I
think
do too.
Anna comforts Jason after some kind of fight or something. Is the Sidwell story now dead, Jaim?
Yeah, another story that fizzled out. I don't understand.
I agree.
Like, I don't
And
get
let
it.
me just say, if those rocks were really diamonds, they were so big.
They
It
were
didn't even
big.
look
Wait,
real.
I had to look up what a raw diamond looked like, because I was like, is that what diamonds really
of course you
actually?
They did look
They
like
do
that.
look like that.
They do?
did. I mean,
Oh.
of course you looked it
'Cause I
up.
was like,
Dork.
why are they showing us these rocks that looks like a crystal? And they're like, these are diamonds. But I looked up what a raw diamond looks like, and it's not that far off.
I really hope Curtis goes back to being a detective. This CEO of a fictional health company stuff is just, it's not a story for him. He was great when he was investigating, trying to find Nina's parents. Like, if there is foul play with Sam, I think that pulls Curtis back to trying to figure it out.
'Cause they work
Yeah.
a lot together.
They worked a lot together.
No, I agree. This story is a snooze.
Oh, no, I've got a snooze. Trina and this stupid story with this
Oh,
football player
like
guy
it.
is.
I like it too. I like
I
it.
don't like it.
Oh, I do.
I like it. QB1.
I feel like, are we going back to high school? Like,
I
like it.
finally like this story. I mean, it
Exactly.
is about time that she's not like
Overlapping with nonsense of other people. She has her own
They
thing.
have to end the Gio Trina thing because because Dex and Molly and who's the other guy she was flirting with recently?
Isaiah.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's a lot of brewing with
There's
Molly.
good
oh wait, you
brewing.
think Gio and Joss end up together?
I don't know, but it
Yeah,
can't be
maybe.
Gio
I
and
do not
Trina
think
now.
so.
No, I think this QB1 storyline for Trina is
It's
great.
good. They're in college.
And I think he's handsome.
He is.
He is. And I liked Isaiah and
I
Molly as
love
an
Isaiah.
affair.
I'm really into him. They need to give him a storyline or I'm going to be upset.
He's going to hook up with the deputy mayor.
I don't know.
Jordan?
Yeah, they're
They're hot, but I don't mind it with Molly.
I don't think he should couple off.
Yeah.
I don't know. You think you're going to put Molly with another doctor?
No,
Yeah.
Molly and Dex.
Why
I
not?
think Molly and Dex are good.
I think Molly's going to get around a little bit. Remember
Good,
Carly?
She should. She's been with TJ since
Molly
she was like
is
2.
not going to get around. That is so not her style.
You guys, she had the one night stand with what's his name back in the day.
You did.
Oh, that's
Remember that?
right.
That was good.
Exactly.
I mean, Molly could end up down a dark road.
All right, let's move on to pet peeves. Gee, I know you took a lot of notes this week.
I do. I have. I have 2.
She actually looks like she's studying her
Yeah.
notes, but that's not true.
Okay, one we already talked about, the Michael and the Will trying to, maybe it's a ruse, trying to save his marriage is annoying.
Yeah.
Also, Christina suing Ava, and she's so dramatic about like getting justice for the baby. Enough already with this baby.
Boring. I can't stand it.
I don't understand where they're going with this bringing Ava to court situation, but it's enough already for me.
Yeah. Malin.
Prop. I'm into Lucky going to Sunny for like a crisis of
call.
conscience.
Yeah.
That's a good story.
I don't know if you have like maybe Jaim, your kids could beat Lucky in a boxing ring.
Oh, it's terrible.
And then they put this big sweat ring around him as if he even took a swing. He is like the lamest little man.
Oh, I love Lucky.
And he didn't fix his hair, Jaim.
No.
It seems like Sonny is going to make something happen to keep Lucky in Port Charles because of his affection for Laura and the family, even
Yeah,
though
and Luke.
even though Laura had been treating him so badly, which I appreciate. Sonny's so above that.
Peeves, Jaim, or props?
I didn't have that many peeves.
The Sam Jason goodbye. That was a good prop.
I mean, what a montage. They did me proud with the montage.
The montage
Yeah,
was great.
It was great. It was a great montage. If I was drinking and playing a drinking game, I would be very intoxicated with the number of times Jason picked her up.
Oh my God, the picking up. I totally agree. First of all, everybody picked Sam up. She weighed about 90 pounds.
Not to get back to Lucky, but he could barely lift a child.
And I don't know where they're going, Lucky and Elizabeth, right? Like Lucky
I
was
know.
telling Elizabeth he's leaving town. She's pissed off. And I feel like that's it. That relationship, they are not doing enough with those two.
I agree with that.
I think the Michael forgiving Willow is ridiculous.
I think something's brewing. I'm not so sure he's that forgiving.
I think James could be right on that one for sure.
The only other thing, if everyone is pregnant at the same time, like how are we going to have a bar scene, guys? How are we going to hang out?
Ava,
Molly will be drinking with Ava.
Ava will
Ava
always be
needs
at
to
the
keep
bar.
up her martinis. Also, Ava is not being used right now, and I'm not
Oh,
happy.
Ava knows about Nina and Drew.
Oh, she does.
Oh, that's right.
And so does Rick. Rick's going to spill it.
Oh, Rick now does know because Drew told him.
That's a real peeve for me. That whole Drew and Rick situation.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we talking about here? Why is Drew confessing to Rick? Do they even, they barely even know each other.
Last peeve, I wish Drew would look more angry or something. He's literally scheming everywhere. I wish like in a couple of scenes he'd just let loose and be like, yeah, I did it. I did it with her. I did it with him. I did it with a wiffle ball bat. 'Cause
It definitely makes him look very creepy, though. He's really
creepy.
creepy.
He's a wuss.
Just-
Congressman Wussy. All right. Are you anything else? Are you guys ready for some General Hospital trivia?
We
Yes.
sure
All right. These are some throwbacks. I'm kind of excited and scared at the same time. In addition to Diane authoring a book about the life and times of Damien Spinelli, there was another young budding author, which current GH character wrote a novel that was also stolen by another GH character and published.
Cricket.
I have no
Okay.
idea.
I would have to guess. I think Maxie wrote a novel.
No.
And it was, okay.
Nice try.
Think of the young people that were smart.
Molly?
Molly?
Molly Davis Lansing. Remember, she was such a bookworm,
No.
and that's why Christina hated her, because she was always like the good kid. Molly Davis Lansing, as a young girl, wrote a novel called Love in Maine. Her friend, Star Manning, suggested she show the book to her father, Todd Manning, who was in publishing. In the process, Todd Manning's office mate, Connie Falconeri, took the novel, rewrote it to add some explicit sex scenes, and published it under her name.
Okay, I was not watching during this
me
time.
neither.
I mean, I was watching when the Mannings were on, but I really don't remember any of that.
I don't
You
remember.
mean the Mannings from Plain Landview?
It was a whole caper. Star and Molly tried to steal the novel back.
Oh my
There was a
gosh.
big book show, and everyone was lying. It eventually came out. Sam helped by trying to break into the office to get the novel back.
I must have been working full time at that point. And I must have not been available in the afternoons the way I sometimes am now.
I don't remember any of this.
No, me neither.
Question number 2, General Hospital Admittedly Fans Trivia. There has been a lot of love for Maxie Jones over the years, particularly among the GHAF podcast. What is Maxie Jones' character's full name?
Maximilia?
That's not her first name,
No.
but it's part of
Oh.
it, Malin.
Isn't she named after Felicia's grandmother? Philomena?
No.
No.
One of our fans, the only fan to come on the show, shares this name.
Mariah. Mariah, shout out to Mariah. If you're listening, I know you are.
Mariah, and then you said the middle name already, Malin.
Mariah Maximista.
No.
No,
no.
Maximisa is
Mariah Maximiliana Jones. Okay.
Briscoe's oldest daughter, with Felicia Cummings at the time, was born in 1990 and named after her maternal grandmother, Mariah Ramirez, and her royal ancestor, the Emperor Maximilian.
Nice.
good one.
Malin, that was
Malin.
great. Question number 3. One of the most iconic storylines of Bobby Spencer occurred on Valentine's Day in 1998 when she helped which character overcome a life-changing event? Who was the GH character Bobby helped, and what happened to this person?
Bobby helped Elizabeth after she got raped.
Right.
Oh, I just got chills.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember her helping her taking care of her wounds. She was in the bushes,
She was
right?
walking home from Valentine's Day. She got attacked in the park. Lucky found
and they
her.
kept it a secret, right? And brought her to
that
his Aunt
trailer,
Bobby.
wasn't it in like he brought her to some kind of trailer, like not an RV,
I don't know
but
about a trailer.
where she did art. Yeah, she like had an
Yeah, where
art
she did art.
painted
She
in
had
that
a
thing, and he
studio.
brought Bobby. He brought
Yeah.
Bobby to that place.
To help.
Yes.
And Bobby almost got fired for her decision to treat it so personally.
Wow.
Good one. Malin's on fire today.
I'm on fire.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 4. According to General Hospital soap fans, 5 GH weddings stood out as the greatest of all time. Can you name the 5 GH fan voted weddings of all time? And this list was formed in 2020, so a current wedding
Okay.
wouldn't be included.
Luke and Laura.
Luke and Laura, what did they rank, G?
Number one.
Number 1, that's correct.
Frisco and Felicia.
Number 2 is Frisco and Felicia. That's correct, Malin.
Did Anna and Duke make that list?
Anna and Duke are number 4. There's a
Wow.
one ahead of them, but Anna and Duke are number 4. Good one, James.
Sunny and Brenda.
Number 3 is Sunny and Brenda, Malin. And number 5.
Ooh. Jason and Sam.
No, but 2020, so I don't know when they were married, but
Maybe it's like a Holly and
No.
I don't know.
Carly and
Bobby
somebody.
and Tony?
maybe
No.
it's Gio's parents.
No,
Oh, Ned and Lois.
Lois and Ned is number
In
5.
Brooklyn.
in Brooklyn. No, Lois and Ned in Brooklyn.
It was like their fake wedding in
They
Brooklyn.
wore like royal and weird costumes.
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
weird. It's weird.
That was a good question. I like
Yeah,
that.
that was a good
Thank you. I hope you like this one, Malin, because it's for you.
Oh.
And all of you. The Malin original crush, Blackie Parrish, had a tough life until he was adopted by this couple. Who were his foster parents? What was the name of his band? And what was the other GH character that was in the band as lead singer? And what did Blackie do to get sent to jail?
Oh my God. That was a lot of questions.
Wow.
Okay, so who was his adopted parents?
Was his adopted parents Lee and something that were Scotty's parents? Yeah, the Baldwins.
No, that's not correct.
That's
Oh.
freaky. We thought the same thing.
I know.
Is it? I think you have the same scrapbooks about this show, so I don't think it's that freaky. Only 2 people on this call have a box of GH stuff.
Malin and Jaim became friends over
No,
this
we
show.
became friends over Knots Landing.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. But soap opera.
Who
Nothing
was his
soap opera.
foster parents? One of them was a doctor, psychologist.
Rick Weber,
And
Rick and Leslie.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
oh, good one.
Okay, now Blackie formed a band and he was a drummer.
Yeah.
So, and his name is in the title of the band.
Was Dr. Drake his lead singer?
No, way early.
Oh.
Another favorite of Malin.
Oh, Leif Garrett.
Who is a
What?
singer
No.
that you guys have hummed his tunes?
Frisco.
Yes, Frisco was the lead singer.
He
That's
was
right.
in
Yes.
Blackie's band?
Yeah, the name was Blackie and the Riff Raff, and it led to
I
yes.
remember that.
That's a good one.
a reason why Blackie went to jail. Blackie felt all kinds of pressure about writing a hit song, and he
Good
stole a hit song. His talent manager, this woman, Steffi, jumps to grab the tape, and in an attempt to stop her, he knocks Steffi off a cliff. And as a result, he kills his manager, and he goes to jail. Blackie goes to jail for manslaughter.
Oh my goodness.
Don't remember that part.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot.
But if you read John Samos's book, he does talk very fondly about his time on General
Well,
Hospital.
funny, you should ask. This is just a fun one, bonus question. How many TV show appearances do you think John Stamos has had on TV shows? It's a number.
Oh my God.
Right,
He
100.
was just on Dr. Odyssey this week.
Yes, he was. How many? Throw out a number. It's not hundreds. He's human.
54.
50,
More than 50.
67.
More.
78.
85,
I mean, then it's 100.
Hey, it's not 100.
91.
Lower.
87.
He's been on 87 different appearances on TV. Odyssey.
You're not gonna name them all.
Unprisoned. No.
He's had an amazing
Yeah.
career, and he's still a
His
young man.
IMDb is huge.
He's been on everything. So
Good for him. Yeah.
what ended in 1986 for General Hospital started Full House in 1987, a year later,
Yeah.
and then just took off.
That's
so
amazing.
you did great with the trivia.
Good trivia this week.
Awesome. You must be the
Yeah.
coffee.
All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for being here, and thanks to our fans for watching. Not watching,
Listening.
to watch us, you guys.
It'd be
Oh,
terrible.
I think it would be funny, but we need hair and
Yeah, I
makeup.
know.
Or we don't, and they'll relate to us.
No,
Maybe, but not on Sunday morning.
Honestly, you
Yeah,
should
no.
do a podcast while I watch the funeral, because I will tell you, everyone will watch the tears and the boogies and the
Wait.
come down.
T, this is what we
Tell
need.
me.
Jaim is going to leave us some of her extra special voicemail recorded text this week.
Yes.
And then you have to put them
I'll add
into
them
the
in.
show.
I'll add them
Oh,
in.
that's a great idea.
I
Great
can
idea.
do that.
We need James' weepy, crying voicemail
I'm
text.
already ready for it. I actually
Okay.
bought tissues instead of
Oh.
wiping it with toilet paper.
Okay. A
Well,
lot of
don't wanna
detail,
hurt your
a lot of
nose.
information there, Jane.
Okay.
We'll do that. And we could go video for YouTube if you guys wanted to.
I'm not ready
We're
for
not
that
ready
You
yet.
know
prime
what?
time.
For a special episode, we'll watch a really old one together.
Oh,
that would
that'd
be
be
great.
fun.
All right.
All right. Thank you,
Party on.
guys. I hope you have
All
a
right.
good fun day Sunday.
Thank you.
Talk to you later.
Bye.